I hope you're having an awesome week and you are ready to take some time for yourself in your scrapbooking room, your scrapbooking space, and make a layout with me. We're going to make a Halloween layout, and I don't know if you've heard about the pop-up challenge out on the Creative Memories virtual crop group. You can also find it on the Creative Memories blog, which is now known as Creative Memories Pages. It still says blog. That's the name of the link at the top of my website. In the menu across the top, you'll still see blog, and you'll click on that and it'll say welcome to the Pages by Creative Memories. And that is something that was launched just recently within the last couple weeks. They changed the look of their blog. It's really easy to navigate and find things on the pages, and that's where you can go to find this pop-up Halloween challenge that we're going to work on together tonight. So let me share a couple things before we get started. So this is what it looks like out on the blog or the pages. Halloween pop-up challenge. It's time to dress up your pages for a spooktacular virtual crop costume contest. And that cute little ghost, I love this little guy. This is from the Hide and Eek collection. And the artwork that you see here is also Hide and Eek collection. It says there's more fun to be had this month in the virtual crop group. So you want to be sure and join the Creative Memories virtual crop group out on Facebook. This is where the virtual crop happens, which is the second weekend of the month. And then they do challenges like this several times throughout the year. So you don't want to miss out, because when you create the layout, and this is the layout that they have an example of that they made from this sketch. So this is the spooky sketch that we're going to create tonight. When you create this sketch and take a picture of your finished layout and put it out in the Creative Memories virtual crop group, you have a chance to win prizes. And the prizes for this spooktacular challenge are the Hide and Eek collection, and it includes the album. Hold on, let me grab this really quick so that I can show you the prizes. And you get prizes with challenges. You also can win prizes when you post pictures of your finished layout every month for the Creative Memories virtual crop. That's the second weekend of the month. So, there's a lot of opportunities to win some fun prizes. Okay, here we go. And it's taking a minute to upload. There we go. These are the prizes. And this is the Hide and Eek collection, Halloween collection. You get your choice of, I guess you get the album, and then your choice of what pages you want with the album. Your choice of album and your choice of pages, I think. And then it's a little bit different than the virtual crop, because for this pop-up challenge, let me go back to the rules. You're going to create your layout using the official Halloween party sketch, which we just saw. You're going to take a picture of your completed masterpiece, and you're going to share your layout as a new post in the virtual crop group using the hashtag CMSpooktacular2025. And you need to do this by next Monday, the 27th at 11:59 Central. And then once all of the entries are in, Home Office will select the top 8 layouts, and they will move on to a final community vote. So we will get to vote on the winners, and then you win a grand prize. So how fun is that? I'm excited, and we're going to work on that together tonight. So grab your Halloween papers. Now, one thing is, and I'm sure it says that And let me look at the rules. They have a frequently asked questions down here at the bottom. It says, does my layout need to be Halloween themed or match the sketch exactly? And the answer is no. Just create a layout using the sketch that I just shared, and I'll show it to you again, and post that in the group. So it doesn't even have to be a Halloween themed collection that you use. Let's see. And then it says, one of the other questions is, can I use older CM products or non-Halloween papers? Yes, you can. While we love to see our Halloween themes, you're welcome to interpret the sketch in your own creative way using any CM products you have on hand. So they do need to be Creative Memories products for you to be able to be in the running for a prize. But if you want to just create a layout and share it, which is fantastic, because that is, for me, that is one of the best things about our virtual crops and challenges, is that I get to see all of these beautiful pages that people have created and see how they interpreted the sketch and see what they created. So, and get ideas from their layouts. So please, don't let it stop you. If you don't have any Creative Memories products to use, please put your layout out there so everybody can enjoy it and we can all learn from each other. All right. So, hey, Jenny, thanks for saying hi. If you're on, I would love for you to say hi and let us know where you're joining from. We'd love that too. It's so cool to see if you're an East Coast or West Coast or mid-range states, to see you all. I'm not sure if something just happened to my connection here out on my groups. It looks like it stopped. So I'm not sure why it's buffering. So if you can't find me, always go to my Facebook page, Pam's Scrapbook Facebook page, or my YouTube channel. Those are usually the ones that we can really count on that aren't going to get have any issues. So my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. Hey, Jessica from Cincinnati. Great to see you. I still see you on Facebook. Okay, great. Thanks for letting me know, Jenny, because what I'm seeing here doesn't look like I'm still on, but I'm good. I'm glad I'm still on Facebook. Hello from Virginia Beach. Oh, nice. Look at you with the little umbrella. Hello, Tina. How wonderful to be on the beach and warm. We do not have that here. That's why you see me in this huge jacket. I've been cold all day. Our temperatures are slowly dropping, and I'm in Dayton, Ohio. So it's that time of year where you stand in the sun when you're outside and you feel warm, but you get in the shade and you need a jacket. Our temperatures are slowly dropping. I think we're even supposed to get a freeze warning. So, well, thank you, Jenny. I appreciate you letting me know that I am on and there's no issues. All right. So let me just show you the sketch again. And please, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. We would love to talk about them for this challenge, because somebody else may have that same question as you. So this is the example of the layout of the sketch that is the one you need to use for this spooktacular pop-up challenge. And like I said, all of this information is out on the blog. It's now called The Pages by Creative Memories, but it's a blog. And if you go out there and scroll down, you will see this pop-up challenge, and you'll see this artwork that I showed, this pop-up challenge, time to dress up your pages for a spooktacular virtual crop costume contest. So this is what you'll see out on the blog when you scroll down. Go past like almost halfway down that first page on the blog, you'll see this. And then what's great is When you click on that and open up that post on the blog, they have the example page, the example layout, and the sketch, and there's a button down at the bottom that you can click to print it. If you are somebody like me and you like to have a hard copy of it, you can print it out with just that one click. It will format it, it'll format it as a PDF, and then you can print it and have it right there at your table. Or if you're going on a crop this weekend, which I will be cropping and I can't wait. I'm so excited. I have packed way too much, but I don't care. I'm going for it. I am going to get as much done as I can. It's a marathon, and you can take the sketch with you and work on it during your crop this weekend. All right, so I wanted to show you real quick. We talked about the prizes. So this is one of the hide and eek albums behind me with the cute little, oh my gosh, I want to say snowman. I'm talking about cold, and snowman is in my mind. The cute ghost, that's one of the hide and eek albums. And then I mentioned it last week when I was doing my Halloween layout last week. Sorry, I'm getting all the glare from all my lights around me. This is the other hide and eek with these cute little guys. Let me hold this close up to my camera. These cute little, and they're it is a foiled album, so they are shiny. You can see how they change color there. This is the skeleton album that I told you about last week. So I think you'll have your choice if you win between these two albums, the ghost or the skeletons. So cute. I got these for my grandkids' yearly albums, and I can't wait to use them. I apologize. I forgot to check my my audio before I started, and I don't know that I sound. There we go. Hopefully I still sound okay. If you can give me a thumbs up that the sound is still good. I forgot to check my microphone before I started. I was so excited to get here. All the steps for setting up. All right. Hey, Jacqueline from Georgia. And Jessica said, yeah, frost tomorrow morning. And Jessica, you're south of Dayton, I believe. I'm north of Dayton. So it sounds like it's going to hit everybody north and south. Sound is good. Thank you, Jessica. Man, you're helping me out here tonight. Both were fine, actually. Okay, Jenny said both was good. Okay, great. Thank you, Sue Ellen, for saying you can hear me fine. I appreciate it. You guys are sweet. Thank you for helping me make sure everything is working correctly. I appreciate you. All right, let's get started. I'm going to switch over to my table so we can take a look at the paper I'm going to use. Again, I am trying to use up my supplies, and that's what tonight's all about. That was the idea behind Scrap Your Stash. The reason I named it Scrap Your Stash is because we are trying to use up our stash, our scrapbooking supplies. So grab papers and embellishments and stickers off your shelf so we can use those up tonight, because how great is it to have something on your shelf for years, for me, couple years, and then finally use them all up. I love that feeling. And then finally get it in an album and get pictures on the page. All those things put together. It just is so joyful to have all of that come together so that you can enjoy those pictures. And I have to tell you, I finished my grandson. Well, I mean, I can't say finished. I completed an album for my grandson, and I brought that to him last weekend, and he had so much fun looking through it and remembering, jumping in the leaves that year, and the Halloween hunting for Halloween candy, and the birthday celebrations, the family birthday celebrations we had. So that's what brings it all together, right? Is using up our papers, getting the pictures on there, and then getting that album to the person who is going to enjoy it the most, right? So what a great feeling that was. All right, so let's get started. I am using Carving Memories. This, oh my goodness, I just looked at the date. This is from 2020. Now, I only have a couple pieces left, so I did use some of it, but it's only a 4-sheet collection that came with stickers. So I only used half of it, and I've got half of it left. So I thought tonight I would use this up, get it off my shelf, and then when I pre-make my layouts, I put them in those 12 by 12 plastic containers, and I organize those containers according to the albums that I make. So I have a container for kids pages. So this could either go in the kids pages, or it could go in my fall container that has fall and Halloween and Thanksgiving in it. So it could go in either one of those to organize it, so that when I have the pictures, all I have to do is go grab the layout and I'm good to go. So that's how I have been scrapbooking the last couple of years. That's my technique. All right. So unfortunately, it does not have the cardstock. That's something that they just added this year or last year, where it shows you the coordinating cardstock on the cover page of your paper. So you just kind of have to match it up. And the pieces that I grabbed are the orange shimmer and the black midnight shimmer. So I thought these will go well with the colors in this collection. And it is a layout that is great for beginning scrapbookers or seasoned scrapbookers. It's has lots of room for pictures, and it definitely can be made into a 2-page layout, because I know that we like to have our left and right pages matching in our albums. So if you want to make this a 2-page layout, absolutely go ahead and do that. All of the measurements are on the sketch. So let's talk about those, because you always want to review those. That's what we do in my Friday night virtual crop. We go over the sketch to make sure we know what we need and what our measurements are going to be. And then always, the example layout helps to look at and get an idea as well. So you can see from the example layout that the top portion of this, and it looks like it's divided in half, 6 by 6. I'm just guessing. I did not look at measurements on that, but that's what it looks like to me, is half and half. This picture up here, I'm sorry, this mat up here is 5 3/4. So I would say that 6 inches is around here where your border is going to be. So you can see that the top portion, the top 6 inches, is a solid black. And then the bottom portion is this fun Halloween eyeballs staring at you. So you'll need 2 different pieces of paper. You can do a solid, or you could do 2 designer papers together. It's up to you. But like it said, like we read in the instructions, it does not have to exactly match what they did. So if you want to use just 1 piece of designer paper, right, and put your, let me grab my borders that I have left, which I have just enough left to do this, which I'm so glad. So if you want to use 1 piece of designer paper and put your borders in the center of that, you can do that too. It does not say, like they said, you do not have to do exactly the same things that they did. They just want to know, they just want it to be obvious that you used the sketch to make the layout. Okay. So this is a solid cardstock. This is a designer. Then they have a 12-inch border across the center, and they did 2 different borders here, it looks like. They layered them together. They did 3 5 3/4 mats 5 3/4 by 3.5 by, I'm sorry, 3 3 3/4 by 5 3/4 mats across the top. And that is in an orange. It looks like a designer because it does have some design to it. It's not a solid color. So they have a designer sheet up here for their mats and down here for this mat. So that's a third piece of paper that you can use. And then they did their journaling box over here, their title, and a fun little decoration. And then they've got some fun little decorations in between the pictures as well. Looks like those are up on foam squares. So basically, that is a very simple layout that we're going to put together tonight. And those are the pieces that you need. So I think we counted that they have 1, 2, 3 different types of paper. 2 of them are designer, 1 of them is a solid. So if that's what you have, that's great. If you have different variations of that, that's fine too. You can still submit your layout for the pumpkin prizes. All right. So this is what the sketch looks like. So again, you can see the 2 little decorations that they did between their pictures on the sketch. They have those represented as flowers, but they can be whatever embellishments or die cuts or stickers you have in your stash. And then you're going to do a 12-inch border. That can be a sticker. That can be something that you make from your punches, your border punches. It doesn't even have to be a border. If you want to make something where you have circles all the way across and you punch out however many circles you want across the middle of the page and you put them all in a row, you can do that. You can do whatever object you want to put here. It's up to you. And then we talked about it. We have a title. We have a little cluster of down here next to the title with our journaling and our 6x4 mat. So I think we have everything. I think we've talked about everything. Oh, okay. And they're saying that this is 12 by 5.5. Okay, so this is 5.5. So what they probably did is they probably used a piece of black cardstock. This is 12 by 5.5. These eyeballs staring at you, that piece, that strip of paper is 12 by 5.5. Okay, so that's right. Your border is going to be around 6 inches here, and then your picture's above it. So let's lay that out. I'm just going to lay it out. This is not how my layout's going to look, but just so we get a visual. And please, if you're going to make this along with me, just take your time getting your pieces together. We're going to take this nice and slow and make this together. Going to have so much fun with this layout. All right, so here is my designer piece of paper. They used cardstock, so I'll just grab my shimmer for now. I'm not going to cut my pieces yet, but they did this to 5.5. So about right here, 5.5. Okay, so you're going to have this strip at 5.5 by 12 at the bottom. Then you're going to put your border across the center, and I'm doubling up my border. I'm going to layer it because that's how many I have left in this pack. Are 4 borders. So I'm planning to do a couple layouts tonight with you of this same sketch. Okay, so there's my border. And then at the bottom, we have our 4x6. I don't have my journaling card cut yet, so, and I don't think I have a piece here within arm's reach to grab to fill that in, but just imagine that's here. And then we have our 5 by 5, 5.5, 3.5 by 5.5 at the top. Let me get this sketch back in here. 3 3/4 by 5 3/4 at the top. Sorry, this is sliding a little bit. Move you down. There we go. 3.5 by 5.5. So this is to represent the picture. The mat underneath it, I don't have this cut yet, are 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So we're going to put a mat underneath here. I'm just going to lay this out so you can get a visual of what we're working towards. There we go. So that's basically what my layout is going to look like. Okay, and then we'll have our journaling and a little fun cluster of something over here, stickers over here in between this photo and this, and then we'll have those some kind of decoration here between the pictures according to the sketch. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So the difficulty sometime when you are making a layout is deciding, like I said, I only have 2 pieces left, and both sides, all 4 sides are fun. This one has some floating ghosts and stripes and little spiders, and then some stripes on this side. So really cute on every side of these papers. So, you know, something like this, I can use the stripes at the top and the spiders at the bottom, but then I'm using both of my pieces. So what I want to do to be able to use the ghosts and the spiders and the stripes is I'm going to cut my papers in half. And then we're going to adhere them together. We're going to weld them together. And that way I can use more of these designs in my layouts. So I'm going to cut them. I guess I will cut them at 6 inches. Even though this one is 12 by 5.5, I'm going to cut it just directly in half. And I just need to pay attention to my directions to make sure I'm cutting my ghosts. My ghosts have to be this way. So I want to make sure I'm cutting them in the right direction. Okay, so there's that one at 6. And same thing with my spiders. Just making sure the front and the back that I'm putting this and cutting this in the right direction for how I'm going to use it. Okay, so for the spiders, I'm going to use that black shimmer as my background. And then we're just going to put the spiders at the bottom. Now, if you want to conserve paper, cut this one in half. And I'm just going to do the 6 inches again. We're just going to do 6. And then we're going to weld it together with a piece of white cardstock. All right. So here's my 6. That's going to be my top. And we'll start with the spiders. Here's my other 6. That's going to be my bottom. And we have, I guess, you know, we have some choices. We could weld this together on the back with a strip of white cardstock, because on the front here, we're going to cover that seam up with our border, right? So that's one way to do it. Or if you want to use a piece of 12 by 12 white piece of paper, you can do that as well. Get this over here a little bit better. There we go. You can use a piece of white cardstock and just adhere it to that piece of cardstock. I grab a piece here. And remember, you can use the cover sheets from our collections. They are acid and lignin free. They are photo safe. So maybe that's an easier way to do it, is just to use a cover sheet from paper pack. Instead of trying to weld the back, you could just adhere it on that piece. There you go. And that way you have the spiders. Now, if you want to use the top, instead of the black cardstock, maybe you want to use the top. This is the spider on the side and the stripes on the back. And that way you get to see the front and the back of this piece of paper. Okay, we got green stripes. And then here are the two that I'm planning to use with this combination. I have two others, so you know how I am. Once I lay them out and see, I change my mind. But here, and these are great because we've talked about our laser cut borders. Normally they are double-sided, so you have a choice of color. I don't want to use the green because then you can't see it if I decide to use this stripe. So there's one combination I could do. Or I can turn it on the other side where there's black pumpkins, and maybe that'll stand out a little bit better. I can use the pumpkins. I have bats. The white looks good on there. And then I have candy corn. And I think the candy corn is the same on both sides. So those are the options that I have for our laser borders. I also have, this is the sticker sheet that came with this collection. I have these little hands, but I think, or bones. I think I would save that for another layout where I'm matching both sides. I'm doing two separate layouts tonight. So it's not a left and right 2-page layout. Okay, so we have several options that we could do. I think I like the black shimmer at the top the best with the green. And then we'll just set this aside for something else. Okay. Now, I talked about welding these two together, so I want to show you that technique. I'm going to just grab my pack of bits and pieces, and I'll grab a white. It doesn't have to be white. If you have another piece of cardstock that you want to use, that's fine too. And what we would do is we would turn this over. Oh, I guess I didn't have to turn the black over. It's the same on both sides. Turn this piece over. Just make sure you have them lined up at the 6-inch, on the 12 by 12 square on your mat, so that the end result will be a 12 by 12 layout. Okay, I think we're pretty good. Then you're going to take this, and I always use our photo tape, and try and get a piece. This one is 2 inches wide. Try and get a piece that, I think 2 inches is a good size, because then you're going to put a piece of photo tape up here at the top and down here at the bottom, and you're going to weld these together with this on the back with this piece of cardstock. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So 2 options there. The first option is probably a little easier to use that piece of white cardstock as your base. But if you're trying to use up some of your bits and pieces, the welding option's good for that too. Just make sure they're right next to each other. Ooh. Okay, they are lined up. They're right next to each other. We're going to peel back just a small portion of this backing so that we can get this lined up first. And I've got it at the top and the bottom, so I'm going to have one piece of photo tape on the top, one piece of photo tape on the bottom. Oh, there we go. Doesn't have to be exactly straight because nobody's going to see the back. Hold on to it as you're taking that backing off. Okay, let's make sure we're still right next to each other here. Yep, I think so. Let me lift this up. Just take a peek. Looks like it. I'm just going to peel a little bit of that one off. Now just hold on to your paper so things don't shift. Hopefully that stayed together. Okay, it did. I have a little piece here that I can just, that's peeking through of the white. I can just trim that off with my scissors. So there we go. And it's pretty good. It's not coming, apart. It's not like separating, it's pretty solid. It's not, it's welded together, so it's not going to unfold or flap apart. There we go. All right, very good. So now the fun part. Now we get to lay out our border. Decide which one we like, the one with the black or the white. And I think I'm going to go with the white with this since it's on the black. And I'll put this up on some foam squares so you can see the green coming through it. Fun. And we'll put the green down with some repositionable. All right, how are you doing? If you're making this along with me, how are you doing? Just want to check in. So far, all we've done was cut our pieces in half and weld them together. I'm just going to lay this right on the edge here of the orange. And if you're still looking for your papers, you just take your time because remember, you can always replay, #replay. I love it that you guys will comment on the video, #replay. I love that you're replaying it. You can always watch it again. If you can't find it on Facebook, it's because they only keep videos out there for 30 days. So head on out to my YouTube channel. I think I have a QR code here for that. Let me check. I thought I did. Let's see, is this it? Yes. So there's my YouTube channel. If you're watching from Facebook tonight, you can also watch these out on YouTube and do your replays out there. They will be out there forever. As far as I know, YouTube doesn't delete videos ever. So it'll always be out there on my channel. You can go out there and watch videos from, I think I've been doing this for 2 years now. So you can go out there and watch videos from 2 years ago. All right, so I'm going to grab some foam squares for this fun little pumpkin guy. He's a happy little pumpkin. And I'm going to use the bigger ones on the solid pumpkin. And then we're going to have to get creative on the ones in between. We're going to have to probably cut the small foam squares in half. Because I do like to have enough foam squares that it is, I'm going to start with 3, that it is standing up evenly so it's not drooping down somewhere. I don't like a droop. I like it to be even. So we'll just put, oh, I've got a space here in between these two. That's perfect. We don't want to see the foam squares from the front, so we have to place them inconspicuously. Boy, I'm just not getting right where I want. There we go. Okay, let's do, I got 2 more here. Let's go ahead and use them. Just don't want it to droop down anywhere. We're going to go there and here. So almost like every pumpkin has one, except right there. Let's test it out. I think we're good. I don't feel any drooping spaces, so we'll just go with this and just peel the backing off of those. Now this would be something that if you're someone that likes to ink the sides of your embellishments to make them stand out, this is a great one for that. I didn't think about that until now, and my ink is packed away for this weekend. So, but this pumpkin would look good with some black ink on the edges. All right. Now let's make sure, let's wait to put that down. I want to make sure my mats are gonna fit up here. So here's my 6x4. And remember we said 3.5 by 5.5. See, my green is probably should have been down on the orange. I can always move it. It's unrepositionable. That's the great thing about the repositionable, because these are going to cover this up. So let's reposition it. It happens. That's what we do. We just need him to be down here on the orange, which is fine. Now, what you could do is, if you wanted to have a different color coming through those triangles, you could add a little strip of paper behind it and make that stand out. Let's do that real quick. All the things I think of when we're together. You guys just help me be creative. So this one's too wide, but let's just get an idea of what the black would look behind it versus the orange. You could do like every other one as well. Or we could lay it down and color them in with our shimmer pen. Good idea. I heard that from you guys. You guys with the good ideas. Okay. I'm just going to lay it now along the edge of the black instead. And then before I press this down, let's check our pictures again and make sure that's going to work, because there is going to be a mat behind these. So I think we have enough space now. Let's cut one of our mats. And I was thinking, let me move the pumpkins over so they don't stick somewhere accidentally. I was thinking I would use this for our mats at the top. So this is the back of the spiders, and we need, our mats need to be 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So let's do that. And this is 6, so I just need to cut the 3 3/4. And that way it matches the green that we're using for our border. Okay, and then it needs to be 5 3/4, which you'll have to fold your arm out. It's kind of hard to see because when the measurement happens right here in the fold of the arm, sometimes it's hard to see. But just know that the 3/4 is 4, a quarter out from this to the right of the 6. So 1, 2, 3. My eyes are jumping on me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it's lined up right with the edge of this mat. So that's another good visual to remember. The edge of my paper is right on the edge, maybe a little bit over the edge of the cutting mat here. And some ladies will take permanent markers and write on their trimmer so they know where the measurements are. Whatever is helpful. Okay. So now we have our 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. And these fun guys are going to go up here at the top. Oh, still got some repositionable there from where so we're going to have 1, 2. Oh, I got to move over a little bit. So cute. This this green looks really fun against the black. Nice. And then we talked about getting a shimmer pen. Not sure if I have a black. I don't think I do. I don't think I have black. I have a gray, but I don't have a black. So I think that's something we need to send in to Creative Memories as a suggestion for a black shimmer pen. Okay, before I color one of these in, let's just cut a little piece of black and see if we like it. Because once I color, there's no turning back. Or we could take these little pieces and stick them behind here as well. So you could color it. You could use a little scrap of black behind it. See, just to break up the color a little bit. I mean, I'm doing it this way now. So I'm going to go for these bigger. Yeah, it's every other one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, I don't need one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All right, hopefully I cut them wide enough. If not, I'll have to do that again. See? Oh, how fun that is. I love it. Can you see that? Just kind of breaks up the orange. It's not all orange, different color. You could do whatever coordinating color, you wouldn't have to be black. You could find a different color that coordinates with green, yellow, and black, or green, orange, and black. Two more. There we go. Oh yeah, it just adds something to it, right? So you still have that fun orange, but you have some black to break it up. It's not all the same. It's a little bit of variety. All right, so this guy's going to go down here, and then we're going to have 3.5 by 5.5 pictures up here. And then I have to find my journaling. Oh, good. I have a white over here. So I need a journaling box. I happen to have one cut right here like this, but you could do a landscape direction instead of portrait. And I could use a little bigger one. I've got more room down there, but let's just put this one here for right now. And then I'm going to grab some kind of a sticker from my sheet. Look at this ghost. Isn't he cute? And this little ghost. Those are so cute. Maybe those are the two little guys I stick in the middle here in between my pictures, these two little ghosts. I think that would look cute. This one says, it's scary how much I love you. Carving memories. Oh, that's a good one. My kids always do carve their pumpkins. This one says, there is magic in the night when pumpkins glow by moonlight. Oh, that's cute too. I'll probably do this one. I like that it's green, and that'll bring the green down here. I'll put it up on foam squares and maybe put some candy corn behind it, although that's orange. That'll blend in too much. I don't know. I mean, there's a couple black hearts that I could put, and the green one. I could put those around this one. Here's one that says beautiful. And then, oh, I didn't cut this mat. The 4x6. I need one more mat. So I'll have to decide what color to use because I don't have any scraps. So I might have to use black down here, which is okay because I can use it behind. I mean, that'll bring it in because that's what I'm using at the top. So I'll probably do a black mat behind this one. Okay, so that is layout number 1 with this Carving Memories collection. And this is an old collection, remember. I know it. I know you see it and you want it, and I apologize. It's not available anymore, but it's so great to use these up from my collection, from my stash. All right. So now here are the ghosts. Those fun little ghosts. So I could use the stripes at the top, the ghosts at the bottom. Then I've got my fun candy corn, which is going to stand out great on this white and against the black. And then I have the bats. So I'm not sure how the bats are going to stand, if the bats are going to work, because they're going to kind of blend in. I may just have to do one layer of border on this one with the candy corn. Or the bats. See, if I put them up here, you can see them better on the white. And then the white bats, you can't really see either place. So I'm not sure if that will work. I don't want to use the black because I think I want to use the black shimmer on the other one. So let's cut a piece of orange shimmer and see how we like that one. I think it's going to look good. And we're going to cut it at 6 inches. And I believe orange shimmer is one of the prizes that you can win for submitting your finished layout. I think it said it's one of the runner-up prizes. So the grand prizes are the album and the paper pack, and I don't know if you get both of those if you win a grand prize. But runner-up prizes are the orange shimmer cardstock, which is really pretty. Let me see if I can show you the shimmer. There you see that pretty shimmer? Shimmery good. All right. I think that's going to look good up at the top. And my pumpkins or my ghosts down at the bottom. Yeah, that's perfect. And then I've got my candy corn across the center. And maybe the bats will be okay here. Bats and candy corn. What a great combination. All right. So let's use our tape. And this time we're going to use the piece of white cardstock as our base. Instead of doing the welding, we'll do this one with this method. Get our tape down. Okay. And then I'm just going to turn them this way because it's easier for me to lay them down in this direction. Line up my base with my square on my mat. The ghosts go at the bottom. So I'm just going to line that up, peel back a little piece of the backing off of the photo tape. Because that way if I have to reposition, it's not stuck down. The whole piece isn't stuck down, just a little corner of it is. And I've had to reposition now a couple times and pull that up, so good that I only had that little piece exposed. All right. There we go. And if any of it's sticking out, I can always trim it off with my trimmer, the white. If I see any of it around the edge, I can always trim it off. All right. And here we come with the orange shimmer. Just like that. A little bit of the white is showing on the other side. So let me see if I can't fix that. And if not, I'll just trim it off. I think I'm going to have a little trim to do over here because I can see the white. All right. No worries. So I'm just going to do that now. Get it all even. It's a great thing about our trimmers. They can do these precise cuts. Oh, I did not have it over far enough. Let's try that again. That's good. Nope. That's some of it. All right. I'm just going to use our scissors to get the rest of that. There we go. All right. So we're all set. We've got it, both pieces adhered to the white base. We can adhere down our border, but we learned from the first one that we should cut our photo mats first. I don't know if I'm going to use this as a photo mat. I like ones that are more solid color. So I'm going to, maybe we'll use this piece of the black shimmer for this. I do have bits and pieces. Maybe let me check my bits and pieces for any more black shimmer that we can use up. Oh, yes, ma'am. We are good. Let's use them up. Very good. All right, so let's double check our measurements. 3 3/4 by 5 3/4 for the mats at the top. Okay, make sure I don't lose my borders. Three of those, 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. All right. How are we doing? All right, so let's lay our mats down. Make sure we have enough room for them. with our little candy corn at the bottom. I'm going to put that down after I lay my mats down because that way I can lay it on top. I don't know. We could do some foam squares. It's going to be it's going to be the littlest foam squares cut in half again because this is pretty narrow. And I had thought I would use the bats, but I don't think that's going to work. I thought I could layer them together. I just don't think you can see them well enough. So I don't think it really adds anything to them. So I will just put that aside and use it somewhere else and just use my candy corn for this. All right, let's go ahead and get these down and finish up with this one. I'm going to check out here with you guys and see how you're doing. We will have this guy down here. So I'm going to have to use a different color down here. Maybe my orange shimmer will be down here at the bottom behind this picture. Again, I don't think I can use the stripes that's on the back of this. I don't care for that very much. I just don't think that looks good together with a picture on it with white and stripes. Just my taste, but if it's something you like, then heck yeah, you should use that. I'm thinking the orange shimmer would look good down here. And then my journaling and my title. So let's go ahead and adhere down these mats at the top, but I want to check in with you guys first, see how you're doing, see if you have any questions. Awesome. Hello. I'm behind, still trying to decide on paper. Jessica, you just take your time. Hi, Bev. I hope you're doing well. I'll talk with you soon. Okay, Jessica had a question. For the layout, could you put the 3 at the bottom, or do they want you to stick with the 3 at the top? You know, I think you can turn this in whatever direction you like, as long as it's obvious that you used this sketch for your layout. You can have it in whatever direction you'd like. So I think that it will qualify no matter what direction you put the layout. That's a great question. Thanks for asking that, Jessica. Because you're right, because if I make this 2-page layout with the 2 that we've done, it would be great. I can't turn this one because my ghosts would be in the wrong direction unless they're floating in this way. But, you know, turn one of them for landscape direction and the other one for portrait. So that's a great question. Great, and a great idea. Hey, Tina, thanks. She said she loved the colors together. Are you still using the pumpkin border? Yes, I forgot to put that on, didn't I? I haven't laid any, didn't adhere anything on the first layout, so I am still using the pumpkin border in the center. And Gail, hello, Miss Gail. Coming to you from Florida. Look at you. Love the pages you do. Thanks, Gail. You're sweet. I hope you're having a great time in Florida. I didn't know, I forgot you were going to be on vacation. Good for you. I hope we'll see you at a crop real soon. All right, let's get these down. And I will post a picture out on my pages and in my groups and on my YouTube channel so that you guys can see the finished layouts. I know we don't always have enough time to wrap them up here and get all the pieces on, so I try to remember to post pictures. Sometimes the week gets away from me and I don't remember, but all right, just want to make sure we've got these lined up. You've got about a 16th, or is that an 8th? Sue Ellen, what is that? Between these pictures. I got to use my little cheat. Oh, I can't see my little cheat thing. Okay, here we go. 16th of an inch. And maybe this is an 1/8 on the sides. I just eyeball it. I don't measure. I just don't take the time to measure them all out. I do like to use my T-square, though, to get them on here straight. So let's start right here. And I just put it up against the bottom edge of the cutting mat, the T portion, the cross section of the T. Oh, helps if I turn it over so the adhesive is facing the bottom. My goodness, it's been a week. There we go. So we got that one on straight. Let's just shift it over here and we'll go for this one. Black shimmer on top of orange shimmer. It's shimmery good. Just taking a look here. Trying to line them up. I think that middle one's a little bit off. This one's a little bit further down from the top. All right. We're gonna try this one more time. And this time I'll use my lines at the top. So I'll go over 2. There we go. There. I think that's much better. Let's do that with this one. Go over 2. Nope, that's too much. I think that's a little better in between. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to lay this fun candy corn down the center. I can't put that up on foam squares. I just don't think that's going to work. They're too small. And we'll use repositionable for this. There we go. That's fun that it's against that black. That really brings out that yellow and white. There we go. I'm going to hold that up. Very fun. Okay. And then we'll have our 6x4 down here. And we'll have our 3.5 by 5.5 pictures up here. I love these little placeholder cards. I'm hoping they come out with them again because I'm almost out of mine. I'll have to tuck, when I get my pictures, I'll have to tuck them underneath the candy corn as well. Still have glue at the top of these, but just so you can get an idea. There we go. We'll put our little journaling here, and we'll grab a sticker for a title. And I really like these orange. I think that orange is going to look really good against this black. So I'll probably pick one of these. I love pumpkin season, or It's Scary How Much I Love You, or maybe Carving Memories, because that's the same color as our candy corn. That may work. Yeah. And do a landscape direction of my journaling, and then do this long title at the bottom of that journaling. That will look really cute. So if I do the journaling this way, then I can lay that Carving Memories this way. And then maybe there's something else here. There's the candy corns I can use. Let's see, there's one candy corn, and then I've got beautiful or scary over here that I can put in between the pictures. So I definitely have a lot of options that will look good on either one of the layouts. Let me bring this back over here. And Jessica, you were asking about the pumpkins. Yes, I forgot to put that down. I already took the backing off of the foam squares, so it was laying up here, so it wasn't sticking to anything. But I'm going to put the pumpkins just like that, which is fun. I love that. All right, ladies, we would love to see how you designed this sketch. So if you want to share your layout in wherever you watch me, if you watch me on my page or in my groups or on my YouTube, we would love to see yours. I don't know how that works in YouTube. You may have to post it. I don't think you can create a new post. I think you can post on my video. If you can't, please let me know, because I need to update the settings. You can send me a quick email. Here's my email address, and let me know if you have any problems posting a picture wherever you're posting it, so that I can make sure to allow people to post. But we would love to see what you guys have made tonight, because that's the whole point, right? We want to learn and see what everyone's doing, and get new ideas from each other. How much fun is that? You know, that's the great part about in-person events. Let me jump back over here to my, that's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. This is what I wanted to select. But that's the great thing about in-person events, right? We're in person with each other, and we get to have that fun fellowship together and the socializing. But we can do that too out in our social channels, and we can definitely do it at my virtual crops. But yeah, we would love to socialize with you out in my Facebook groups, on my page, and my YouTube channel, and share these ideas and support each other and bring each other joy. You know, this is what we love to do. All right. Thank you so much. I had so much fun with you guys tonight. And I will be back next week. Next week will be the 29th. Ooh, we're getting very close to Halloween. Next Wednesday is the 29th. I will be here with you with another layout. I don't know if it'll be another Halloween layout. I think I've used up all of my Halloween paper. So that means I'm going to have to buy some more Halloween paper. That's what we do, right? But yes, I appreciate you guys helping me use up the Halloween paper that I had in my stash. That is a great feeling to know that I have these ready for my grandkids' albums this year, because I'm sure there's going to be pumpkin carving and trick-or-treating and trunk-or-treating and all the things, you know, all the fun activities at their schools too. So I can't wait to get those pictures from them and put them on the layouts that we made together tonight. All right, you guys, you have a great rest of your evening and week. And if you're going to a retreat like I am this weekend, I hope you have a blast. First of all, that's the most important. See your friends and have a blast. Secondly, I hope you get a lot of pages done. I hope you learn a lot from all of those ladies that are there. Be sure and go and introduce yourself to all of the ladies that you don't know, because how much fun is it to be someone who goes to a crop by themselves and have 20 new friends by the end of the weekend? I just love that. So be sure and introduce yourselves to some new people, because they will appreciate you and they will love that you are taking time to appreciate them. So you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Good night.